Hello everyone, my name is Keyo, and today I'm going to share with you a very personal and terrifying story that happened to me during the 2019 pandemic. This event changed my life and left me with a lot of questions about the unknown. If you enjoy mysteries and paranormal stories, stick with me until the end. In 2019, when the COVID-19 pandemic began, my family went through a very difficult situation. My dad, who is self-employed, lost his ability to work because of the lockdown. As things got more and more complicated, we had to leave the city where we were living and return to our hometown, where we had a house and family. The move was very distressing, with all the fear and uncertainty that the pandemic brought. It was during this period that my uncle, who was much more than just a relative, he was a true friend, passed away due to complications from COVID-19. This loss was devastating, a huge shock for me and my whole family. As if that wasn't enough, 6 months later, my mother also passed away. It was a blow that left me completely lost, and my only way out was to seek answers in something greater. I have always been very curious, and during this time, I began studying occultism and astral projection, trying to understand what happens to the soul after death. I bought books and dedicated myself to studying these practices, practicing astral projection every day. At first, I couldn't fully leave my body, but I could feel as if my soul wanted to escape. These attempts weren't successful at first, but I kept insisting, driven by my curiosity. When we moved into my grandmother's house, my family and I stayed in a small part of the house that was separated by a hallway. My bed was facing this hallway, and it was there that my paranormal experiences began to intensify. One night, while practicing astral projection, I smelled a very strong sulfur odor in the room. It was unbearable, and when I opened my eyes, I realized I couldn't move. I panicked when I saw black smoke entering through my mouth and nose. I tried to scream, but my body was paralyzed. It was a terrifying experience, and after much effort, I managed to call my brother. However, it happened again that same night, 2 more times. Every time it happened, the feeling of dread increased. A few months later, an even more terrifying experience occurred. One night, I came home very tired from work, took a shower, and went straight to bed. In the middle of the night, I woke up thirsty and tried to get up, but I fell to the floor. I realized something was wrong. When I looked around, I saw my body lying on the bed. And in the hallway, near the foot of the bed, there was a tall, shadowy man wearing a hat. He was holding orange beads in his hands and laughing at me. I tried to approach my physical body, but it was as if something was pushing me back. The man kept laughing and throwing those orange beads at me, and I could feel the heat of them on my physical body, even though I was out of it. The sensation was terrifying and inexplicable. After much effort, I managed to return to my body, but that experience left me deeply shaken. Since then, I've avoided any attempts at astral projection. However, sometimes these experiences still happen involuntarily. It's as if my body is predisposed to leave the physical reality. Despite that, the man with the hat hasn't appeared again, but the trauma of that experience still stays with me to this day. This story taught me an important lesson. The unknown can be dangerous. We're not always prepared to deal with what we seek. So, I leave this warning. Be careful with what you explore. You never know what you might find.